Nation.
What's good people? Welcome back to another episode of Life with your boy Tyler. Thank you for tuning in to another Worthy Wednesday. I had another stint, of a few weeks, in between my last video and this current one. But as I stated previously, better late than never. We back now. That's all that matters. Live in the present. So today I just want to talk about timing and how timing is everything and everything is timing. One thing that I've been learning is that every moment in time is perfect. It's flawless. And what I mean by that is every moment that's happening in time, even like this moment here right now that I'm in, making this video, the moment that you are in watching this video, or if you're not watching this video, the moment that you're in driving in your car right now, that moment is perfect. It's untouched, and it's flawless. And what I mean by that is it's exactly what has been set out to happen. Like, it's all been scheduled way ahead of time. Everything that we're currently experiencing in our lives is all by design. It's all by purpose. And like I said, the timing is perfect. The timing is right for that moment, for that experience that you're having right at that current time. So when we think about our desires in life, the things that we really yearn for and aspire for, and the things that we really have ambition to obtain, whether it be our goals, whatever goals we have, whether it be material things or some type of character trait that you want to develop or that you want to gain, it all comes with timing. So say if your desire, like most of our desire is to know exactly what it is that we were put here to do. What is our purpose in life? Because we all have one, right? We all are here to serve a specific purpose. I believe that ultimately we're here to serve each other, to serve other people, to some extent, to a certain extent, but ultimately I believe in, choosing yourself first, putting yourself first. Just because, our whole existence, the whole foundation of America is based upon doing for others. Whether that be giving your time and energy to other people, whether it's working a job or, putting yourself second to your kids, putting yourself second to your spouse, to your family, to your friends. That's just the common tradition of what America's been based upon. Those are the societal norms or rules. But like I said, I believe that it's supposed to be the opposite. I think you should choose yourself first always. But that came with understanding and, and time for me to, really grasp that and come to terms with that. So yeah, when it comes to defining what your purpose is, like what were you made to do, and what are you supposed to be doing right now? What you're doing right now is probably what you want to be doing, what you should be doing. Like I said, the timing is perfect. It can't be changed. It was never meant to go another way, a different way. It's perfect. It's untouched. So if you have desires, if you have goals, and you think about your goals all the time, like constantly, 24/7. You're thinking about, your future. You're thinking about your present. And you're thinking about the things that you want. Then 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, you are where you're supposed to be at that moment in time. You might not feel like you're doing enough to move towards your goals or the things that you want, but I think you have to look at it with an optimistic eye and say that, think about the little things that you've accomplished that you might have overlooked. You know, the fact that you're constantly thinking about your goals and they're on your mind all the time, that could be an achievement for you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in the past, you might not have ever thought about your future or what it is that you want to do. You probably just moving through life, you know, just so blindly. So, you know, you gotta just look at life with an optimistic eye. You know, you might not be in your vision exactly right now. You know what I'm saying? You might not be where you want to be, where you envision yourself. But just know that where you are, 10 times out of 10 has something to do with where you're going to go. You know what I'm saying? But if you really like I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was telling me about a friend of his who really has no like desires in life. And it's like every time he asks him, like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you plan on doing, man? Like, you're not getting any younger, you know, you're halfway to 30. And it's like, it's always an uncomfortable situation or conversation for him. It's like, like, don't worry about me. Like, I'll be all right. I'm good. Like, I don't know what I want. Just leave me alone. I feel like people like that, they're stuck. You know what I'm saying? That's not where that is what they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Stuck and not moving, not progressing, because they're not thinking about progressing. They're not trying to progress. You know, because they don't know any better at this point. So that timing is perfect for them as well. Like every moment in time is perfect. But if you have those desires and goals, you move towards something, trust the process. Like Joel Embiid, trust the process. Trust that where you are right now is vital to where you're trying to get to. You understand? So, yeah, timing is everything, man. And just one example that I wanted to give as far as like discovering your true gifts and talents and purpose in life is NBA players. Like I've watched a couple like videos or documentaries rather on certain like NBA players and how they, you know, their journey through life of playing basketball and making it to the NBA or whatever. And like a lot of these guys start off playing like football, like really good at football, and that's like their main sport. Or maybe it's something different. Maybe it's like they're a swimmer or you know, they play baseball. They're really good at baseball. And like basketball is like the second or third sport for them. But somehow that ends up being, you know, their career choice and what they excel at and what they're making a living from. But it's like, it's not like by chance. It's not like they just guess like, okay, maybe basketball is for me. Maybe that's what I should. No, it's like not all the time do these basketball players know, you know, at an early age that they're going to be 6'6", 6'7". You don't know that, you know, because you might be average height in middle school. You might be a 5'6" in middle school, which is average, you know, for a boy. And it's like, you don't know you're gonna grow 7 inches in the next year, you know what I'm saying, or this summer. But somehow, before they hit that growth spurt, and it's kind of like a epiphany moment for them. It's like they automatically are drawn to the sport of basketball. You know, even though it's like their second or third sport, and like that's not really their main focus. They're better at football or better at baseball or another sport or anything. Somehow they gravitate towards basketball. That's divine purpose. You understand? Like that's not by chance. Like for example, like Russell Westbrook. You know, in high school he wasn't a big guy. I think when he was a freshman he was only like 5'10". You know, that's average. That's average for a boy. But it's crazy because he wore a size 14 shoe, and it's like that's an indicator. Like maybe I'm gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? But he's still not even that tall. He's only 6'3". You know, 14. That's a big shoe. That's a big foot or whatever. But yeah, like you don't know. You know, it's not like you're anticipating it or you guessing. You fit into your purpose naturally, because it's about divine purpose. It's universal principles. So just like with that example, it's just the same way for us. It might not be as obvious, like it might not seem as obvious as, you know, playing basketball, or as easy as, you know, picking up, like playing a sport that you're really good at. But just know that it's the same exact process. You know, if you're an artist, if you draw or paint, you'll find yourself more like you're like gravitating towards art more, and now you're interested in creating art and picking up a brush and start painting something. But then you're like, this is really fun. Oh wait, I'm really good at this as well. And next thing you know, you're doing it more often. Next thing you know, you got a whole business, got an empire, and that's divine purpose, you know. And that's just one example. But yeah, man, just stay positive, stay optimistic, man, with your life, looking at your life. Don't ever take your life for granted or your position for granted, because like I said, the timing is perfect. It shouldn't be any other way. It is the way it is for a reason. It's by design. So if you want whatever your desires are, continue to desire those things and continue to try to progress towards that. Keep your mind on it. Keep focus on your gifts, your talents, because that's ultimately what's supposed to carry you through life and help you prosper, and you know, and just have an amazing lifetime on this earth, because it is a small window. You know, even 100 years, that is nothing compared to eternity, you know. So yeah, man, I just wanted to send that positive message out to y'all. Timing is indeed everything, and everything is timing. Timing is perfect. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all tuning in to another Worthy Wednesday. As always, I always say, man, stay worthy, stay positive. Never let nobody tell you what you cannot do in this world. Impossible is nothing. In the words of the great Muhammad Ali, impossible is nothing. I appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy Tyler. I'm out.
It's for the city. Shit, the wind's just crazy. What up, cry baby? What up to the whole Life Nation? Yeah. Now put your light feet in. Let me see them shoulders work, the way they hips is moving. Big booties doing the vocal work. I see some bad ones, bad ones. About to lock in on a hottie, I might grab one. I'm trying not to slither and shorty making my serpent ride. Snakes out for certain, they hurting, I see it in their eyes. Versus got them saying this kid a whiz, shining like the star boy, shutting down all-star weekend. Sharks in the water, I'm swimming straight to the deep end. You tweaking, won't depend on cosigns. Diamonds in the rough, we in the city of coal mines. No pads of gold mine, coming at you fabricators neck like a clothesline. Ready for the soul shine, new superstars on my feet. You see the way the soul shine, ain't no other good than earning it with my brotherhood. A, B, C, everybody eats. I'm an alphabet, these characters do not compare to me.